So, lately we've seen the trailers from really legendary anime, such as Ghost in the Shell and Full Metal Alchemist. We're gonna start with those two, and then we jump into more details on, the budget, who is it, who are they making, um, and their locations, or where are they making these movies? Which it's pretty interesting because for me it's really important. Where are they exactly making these movies and these actors also? Um, of course, we're going to talk about leaving in references of our past with with Dragon Ball Evolution, neither and some of Avatar, The Last Airbender references. But we're not gonna talk about deep in that. We're just gonna make them like uh, if these movies tend to be that way, that we can talk. Uh, Not talk deep into those movies because I'm really tired of getting to those movies in these type of topics when we are in a really good mood with 21st century um, comic, manga, and also video game adaptations. So far from the trailer, we're also going to be talking about trailers, if they're spoiled enough or not, if they don't, give us much information from, the movie and all that. So let's start of how do you guys see, Ghost in the Shell, the first trailer teaser?
Well, when I first saw the teaser, I was really confused by it because, I mean, I guess that's the whole point of a teaser as well, you know? Like, they don't,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be teasing you, not showing you everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Um, but it got me a little bit worried because, it had, I was looking at Scarlett Johansson, and I was looking at all the other characters, and everyone had this face of like, what the fuck is going on? That it gave me that vibe. It was gonna be like, oh, it's one of those movies. Like, it's like it's trying to be Matrix, but even further than Matrix
Mm-hmm.
to the point where like the whole movie is gonna be like Inception's ending. It's like I don't know. You decide what was the story,
Yeah.
and so that's what has me worried. So, like, um, or like I'm just like what story are they actually trying to tell? Because from the looks
Okay.
of it, it doesn't seem like it's actually going to be a sequel to the anime of the sorts. I think it's like just
Mm-hmm.
based on in the world and with the main character as well. So I don't know.
Yeah, I understand your point, and for me, I was really confused, and it was like, what kind of teaser is this? It's supposed to tease me, but it's not. It's just showing me bits of the movie, and what is this? I know it's Ghost in the Shell, and they just keep on pointing to Ghost in the Shell, Ghost in the Shell,
Ghost in the
Ghost.
Shell,
Okay, I know it's Ghost
Illuminati.
in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell, Illuminati. Ghost in the Shell.
Exactly, and I really did not understand what was going on, and that is really bad for a teaser. So it's your turn.
Yeah, so I was watching a trailer and I did see bits and pieces of Ghost in the Shell, more or less to at least know the characters, never to understand the story that much, at least the animes and stuff like that. But watching the trailer, I kind of understood a little like where they wanted to go. It's not something I'd seen before in some of the animated movies. They want to go from straight up in the beginning how the story at least that's what I felt from the trailer. They want to go for like straight from the beginning, something that animes and the animes never really touched upon that much, at least to how I paid attention to it. The origin of each of these characters, and Makoto, and the trailer they call her Major, which is a Scarlett Johansson's character,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, we see her literally like being built. She's still testing out her body. No one can really explain to her what she is exactly, and it just feels like a total origin story, just bringing us into this world and how each character is starting to see the world. We see the main scientist, Daikiti Daiji, something like that. I don't remember his name exactly. But we also see Bauto,
Mm-hmm.
the guy with the I call them implanted sunglasses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
He got it really stuck in his eye, so.
Yeah,
That's the only thing I could look
I
at.
at least got this on. That was so. At least I found it so kind of cool how they decided to do it live action. But at least his character. But we only got to see him for like a split second, I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we got to see Project. I think he's Project 2501. I may be mistaken. Uh, but he was kind of like the prototype for Makoto, and we got to see him. And I think they're gonna take it into this, making her rebel against the people that created her, because he's trying to like open her eyes to see what she really is, to see that the people that made her and are trying to develop her further, maybe using her for evil intentions. And we have Project 2501, the prototype, showing her what she actually is, how she was made, how she could easily be replaced. It just seemed, it gave me a vibe of they might do it in a way to explain that she could be multiple minds passing through the same body, in a way of trying to extend her life cycle. I'm not entirely sure. That's just what I get from the trailer. If it's live action, it's Hollywood. They're probably going to try and rewrite something, so it may
Yeah.
be totally valid.
Yeah.
And at least that's kind of the stuff I got off of the trailer and the feeling that I got from what they want to do with this thing.
Yeah, you spoke a lot from the second trailer, and by the way, the second trailer, which is the main trailer, like 2 3 minutes, I could understood like a little bit better than the teaser, even though
Yeah.
the teaser you can't understand because it's a teaser, it's supposed to be like less than a minute, but it for me like for a Hollywood movie, I mean, why do trailers suck that much? Even in such a good anime, such as Ghost in the Shell, getting this first impression by people and people hitting the first teaser, and then they come up with this one, and they're like, okay. For me, I was okay with the second trailer. Well, how about you, Shinja?
The second trailer made me feel a little bit more comfortable with the whole thing, especially since they brought the creator of Ghost of the Shell out, and he was like, he really liked Scarlett Johansson's acting, and he thought, that they were taking this in a good direction. Though it didn't make me feel completely better because that's the exact same thing they did with Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
and that wasn't
Ugh.
as a success of a movie. Um, but the second trailer was much better. It gave you a better idea of, like, what the movie was going to be about, just as did said and described so far. Um, Making trailers, like, is a difficult thing, I would imagine, nowadays, because there's a fine line between not showing enough and, you get what happened with the teaser, where
Mm-hmm.
everyone's like, "Oh, this is shit." I mean, like, the dislike bar is like a double lightsaber basically right
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
now. And then there's the showing too much, where like, oh, I've seen the entire movie or most of it, so now
Basically,
I'm
one of
just
the
gonna.
problems these days from trailers that they just spoil everything. And
Yeah.
I hope there's something more of the movie, but exactly what you saw in the trailer is like basically it's what you get on the movie.
Yeah, so
Uh,
this
I,
this trailer gave a much clearer direction of
hmm
what the movie's gonna be like. So I'm a little bit more excited for it now. I enjoyed the original Matrix trilogy, and so this gave me the vibe of that. Um, and so I'm probably gonna give it a chance and see like how they go with it. Um, but yeah, so it didn't feel like the trailer was too long. It felt like it was getting close because
exactly.
there were some scenes that were a little bit too long.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I had that feeling too with some certain scenes that were mainly fight scenes, but for some reason, instead of just leaving them as fight scenes, they like had the fight scene and then about 5 or 10 extra seconds of panning around Scarlett Johansson in her skin tight bodysuit. I
Yeah.
guess you could say it. That's just something that made
Whatever
me a
that
bit
is.
uncomfortable, mainly because I don't like the design of her bodysuit.
It's too like alien veiny
Yeah.
It's like
looking.
I didn't even notice it was a suit, or at least it was like a robotic shell. I
hmm
Yeah.
didn't notice any of it until about a minute into the trailer where I saw them taking it apart. I literally thought she was fighting naked.
Um,
I'm
when I
like, am I watching a fan edited trailer? Is this some crazy dude who did this?
oh no, if it was
Like,
fan
what is
edited,
going on?
you'd know for sure. Um, what I was gonna say, like they put that as the thumbnail as well. And so that's kind of risky because that's supposed to be kind of like clickbaity. It's like, oh man, what is that? But at the same time, it almost made me not watch the video. It's like, oh my god, what the fuck is that?
They're like naked Johansson here.
I knew it wasn't naked, but I was like, I need to know. Click.
Well, YouTube uses that as to get more views and all that shit.
Yeah.
So, basically from the trailer, um, so we don't get do we get spoilers from the trailer?
The robot lady opening up her face.
Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty cool, but I'm like, oh come on, man! It would have been more surprising if like, you know,
Exactly.
you're watching the movie and then all of a sudden, whack, like, open spider face robot thing.
Yes, yes, yes. And those
I mean,
little bits of it, like it just shows like bits of good from the movie, and they just spoiled it out in the trailer. So yeah, that I really got that in mind. Like I really do have my hopes down. Like let's see what this will bring. You were gonna say something, did?
yeah, it's just I was thinking about the what if the trailer might have spoiled something. Maybe it's kind of a I don't know if it's spoiled it or if it's trying to make you think a certain thing,
Mm-hmm.
which is the what kind of feels like the showing a little bit of plot twist, like later in the trailer when they bring in the character I believe to be Project 2501, telling her that people are lying to her about how she was made, what she really
Yeah,
is.
that's another spoiler there.
Yeah, I don't know if that's I don't know if that's gonna be like a spoiler or
But
if they did that on purpose to make you think one thing to then throw you on a totally other track.
to be honest,
So
though, that spoiler isn't such a huge spoiler because in those kinds of movies that you kind of expect that anyway. You know, it's like one of those Jason Bourne movies or Agent Bourne
mm-hmm.
where
Well,
like you think it's they're the good guys, but in the end, oh no, plot twist, it's the bad guys.
Exactly.
And then there's
Yeah.
a double plot twist.
So yeah, I was thinking also that that in this trailer, um, damn, I forgot what was I going to say. It was something about the spoilers. Yeah. And another thing. Um, damn, it flew away.
Come on, Zyber, you can do this. Come on.
There's something
it's right there.
about sunglasses, dude. Something
How
about
to?
the people
No.
connected
Well-
to the machine thing.
Oh, okay. I remember. Okay, so the trailer also directs to people who didn't watch the anime. That I could tell that it could be spoilers for the people who haven't seen Ghost in the Shell, but for the fans of really hardcore horror Ghost in the Shell, like from the 90s till now, like they already know the basic story. But like Dit says, Hollywood changing scripts and changing here and there, it might be something of a surprise in the movie. So it's still a spoiler, still not a spoiler if it was in the anime or not. This could be something that it could be debatable in that aspect, because a lot of people that doesn't know about Ghost in the Shell are gonna see this movie still. Like I'm gonna tell Dad, hey Dad, let's go watch this movie. He barely knows about this anime.
Oh,
But it's
freaked out by
action.
the
Dad
bodysuit.
likes action movies, but he does not know shit about Ghost in the Shell. And I'm pretty concerned of how they're going to make this story in one movie, like 2 hour movie. Like today's movies are like 2 hour and a half. Like 2 hours is short right now, but they have their time limit, and they just can't make it way too long. And I'm really concerned about the time and how are they going to put these things in from the anime and adapt it to a movie. What do you guys think?
Um, so, as Dids mentioned, it probably is gonna be like something that starts you off from beginning of the anime. So it's gonna develop things a little bit clearer for people who haven't seen any of Ghost of the Shell or Ghost in the Shell before. Um, Now, for new viewers, in that case, this will be probably more enjoyable than for
Mm-hmm.
seasoned viewers of the series. Because one of the things that happens with live action movies is that they usually don't confirm whether the story is going to be canon or not.
Right.
And that's the big issue here, and a big issue with a lot of the seasoned viewers. They're going in, watching this, expecting it's going to be canon.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since it's gotten approval from the original creator. So, it's probably going to be a tough pill to swallow for a lot of people, unless they. I don't even know if they can stick faithful to it completely. Like, I'm like.
It's hard.
Yeah, I'm even like wondering if the person directing it has watched any of Ghost in the Shell, because if they have, then that'll probably make it better. I would expect if you're directing a movie, you study up on the lore, so you watch everything and anything that you can. But yeah, I think for most people not knowing anything about the series, it's probably going to be pretty easy to get into, and I think a lot of people might actually give it good ratings because of that. Not having any prior knowledge to things.
Exactly, yeah. So you would say that the hardcore fans would like it and not, but that is like a 50% of those fans that will like say, "Oh, it's okay. It's an
It
okay
depends on the
movie," or a total disappointment movie.
Yeah, So like I think it's gonna
Something.
be somewhat okay for even the fans because it does seem like it's actually going in the direction of like the actual world, the actual like canon story. It might change
Hmm.
some stuff, but it looks like it's going in that direction. Um,
Right.
but I'm certain a lot of people. There's gonna be a few things that is gonna be tough for people to swallow. I don't think it's gonna be like Dragon Ball, which they literally did not take any of the original story.
Yeah.
Hopefully, nothing is ever like Dragon Ball again.
Yeah. They
Hopefully, yeah.
I know you don't want to talk about it a lot, but they literally just they botched up the story. Wasn't it like Goku was like Piccolo's underling or something like that?
It was messed up.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
messed
but
up. And we don't want movies like live actions like these come up to that level, because Bleach is also like concerning me a lot. So before we go to another movie, Dids, what are your thoughts on the people that do not know about Ghost in the Shell or know about the series will like or not like this movie, their expectation and whatnot?
I'm pretty sure almost everyone that is a fan of the anime, I guarantee, is gonna see this movie, and the first thing they're gonna do is point out everything that was absolutely wrong with the story, everything
Exactly.
they found
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was off place, everything they did not enjoy that they changed, and they're gonna say, "Oh, it's bad because it's strayed too much from the original story." But it is possible that it could be a really good action movie.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And that could probably be its saving grace. People that don't know about the story, which I assure you is a majority, if they market the movie right, it could be a majority of people that are going to see that movie, or in general are people that go to see that movie. Uh, find it to be really good and boost its rating, even if it doesn't stick to the main story. It could be considered a reimagining, and even if someone goes in thinking about the story first, like they know like the anime and the story to detail and all that, and watch the movie, they could rip at a new one as much as they want, uh, pointing out plot holes and everything. But then they'll have to end their argument. But nonetheless, it was a really good action movie.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's if I think its best saving grace is to really, if they haven't already, focused on the story and making it as much as faithful to the anime as possible. Uh, the only saving grace they could have is making it a really fun action movie for people that are huge fans of the anime, and for people that aren't.
Exactly, yeah. So the casting, even though we just only see Johansson, like the rest is just like random Asian people, which we don't know of.
And we got to see I couldn't identify the actor, but we did get to see, to the point that we could identify the actor that does Bauto. I
Yeah.
don't recognize him immediately, but he
Ex-
is identifiable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um.
There was a huge
Not.
controversy in this like a while ago. You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about?
Yeah. Keep going, Shinja.
Yeah.
We're going on the right route. So.
I get. So like you mentioned that like there's a whole bunch of Asian actors other than Scarlett Johansson, and that's the big controversy right there. That Scarlett Johansson or the the actor that was chosen to play the protagonist wasn't
Yeah.
Asian. It was Scarlett Johansson. And so this was another. When people found this out, it was around the same time that Doctor Strange trailer came out as well. and
Yeah.
for that movie as well, they whitewashed the character, the protagonist. Um, and yeah, people were not happy about it because it was like Hollywood trying to please other like bigger companies and also trying to like get the big monies by
Yeah.
not actually getting a correct uh
Like
what is the
Scarlett
correct
Johansson
race.
just get the big bucks.
Yeah, though to be honest, Scarlett Johansson does look to fit the part though.
Oh yes, she
um
does.
and most Japanese people will tell you that she actually does look like the protagonist.
Yeah.
um so, and also I don't know if this is right, but the in this movie it won't be set in Japan. Um,
It won't.
so I
No.
can't remember. I read somewhere
Oh,
something like that.
isn't it going to be Europe? Is it Europe?
I
No.
Maybe.
think that was in Full Metal Alchemist.
No, no, but it was. I remember specifically about Ghost in the Shell. Like someone like put up the logic. It was like, oh, like it makes sense that she was Japanese in the anime because she was living in Japan or whatever.
Japan, yeah.
But like in this one, a lot of the scenes are going to be shot in America. It'd be weird if she was not, like a Japanese or an American actor, or if it's in America or New York.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if it was in Europe. But yeah, I don't think it's as big as the controversy as people made it to be.
Exactly.
I mean, it's mainly they were probably writing off of this thing about continuously whitewashing movies, which story and culture revolves around totally different races, totally different
Mhm.
areas of the world. Like, for example, Gods of Egypt, which a lot of people hated. Not that I don't believe it's a movie adaptation of something else. I'm not entirely sure if it is. Excuse me, but Gods of Egypt. The title says it, and almost all of the actors were either American or British.
Is that the one with Moses and like the Moses and the plagues and whatnot? I can't remember. Like based on the Bible.
Yeah. It kind
Was
of
it? I
happened.
thought it to be like what? I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Uh, Again with Dragon Ball Evolution, they're all being Americans, like most of the cast, except for Yoshi, Bulma, Grandpa Gohan, and I'm missing someone. And Chi-Chi. Yeah.
Chi-Chi.
Pretty sure that the costume, oh Piccolo, was actually an American. Basically, the location wasn't even in Japan.
Felt more like a L.A. Chinatown.
Mostly, yes, exactly.
Definitely somewhere in California.
A recreative location, just how they always do in Hollywood, just to not get out of the the low budget thing.
Yeah,
So
I
as we
mean-
can see, yeah, you were going to say.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, technically in Dragon Ball, Goku didn't land in Japan. They never specified what where he lives. All the areas are named after sectors or something like that. So.
Well, it has a lot of Japanese culture, a lot of Chinese culture too, which it has all that mix, just like Full Metal Alchemist. It's Japanese, but they're stated in Europe or in Germany, somewhere there, but there's no location because Full Metal Alchemist is just like a creative location. Well, it's what we see in the anime. We don't see where exactly they're living.
Well,
Either Germany or somewhere else. It's not Japan though.
Yeah, according to, I mean, if this is all speculation from the animated movies, um, it's in an alternate world, where since alchemy is the main form of science rather than engineering,
Mm-hmm.
and so most countries that exist in this world don't exist there. But the general location where Alphonse and Edward live is suspected to be around Germany, Europe,
Mm-hmm.
because of in that movie when they go to the other world, um, Al is in, or no, is it Ed?
Edward
Ed is
Elric
in,
and Alphonse. Yeah.
yeah, they're in Germany basically. So that's the general location where they suspect, or where most of the fans suspect it's located.
Indeed. So now since we're talking about now Full Metal Alchemist, and then at the end of this podcast we recap and say our expectations and all that. But how did you see the trailer from the teaser that we got? I think it was yesterday or today.
Okay. All right. I saw the teaser,
Yeah.
and I feel so teased. Dude, the only part of the trailer that
The
made me
fanboyism.
the only part of the trailer that made me fanboy so hard, and I mean it, is the fucking I call them the alchemy glyphs, the transmutation circles in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. I hope that they do my favorite arc in the anime. I hope that arc's included in the movie. The exams, is it the national exams, right?
It's supposed to be like that beginning when Edward goes to the military and all that.
I hope
Yeah.
they take it straight from the beginning and they do those exams for him to become a state alchemist. Oh my god, if that's in the movie, that's immediately going to be my favorite live adaptation movie ever, no matter if everything else about it is horrible. And also the animation of that dog that came out from the ground.
The
At the end
CGI.
yeah, that
That
looked
was really
so crisp and clean, and the sound quality, its growl just made it feel like it was made out of earth. It's just, oh my god, I want to see it so bad. Ah, Jesus.
So
That's a different from a teaser that we saw from Ghost in the Shell. So yeah, Shinja.
yeah, I was gonna say, they did everything right with the teaser that Ghost in the Shell didn't do. So
Exactly.
one, they didn't really show the main character's face. You know who it is,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but you
exactly.
never actually saw their face. All you saw was the hair and the back of their back, or them kind of running away.
And the height. Never forget the height.
The height, yeah. So you know who it is. The other thing, it's a lot of like cinematic shots of showing the world, and that was one of the best things about that trailer for me. Like, I was looking at everything, like all the locations they're shooting at, and all the rooms, and the transmutation circles. Looking at that, I felt like I was actually looking into the world of Full Metal Alchemist.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To the point where, like, when I saw the CGI dog, I was like, this feels like I'm watching an anime, even though it's live action. So
Exactly.
I feel like, just from the teaser, I feel very comfortable with it. I mean, I'm always worried because I'm worried with everything, and I like to keep my hopes down, so I'm pleasantly surprised. But
it's inevitable.
yeah, it looked really good. It was really well done. I hope this movie gets a pretty decent budget so that they can do whatever the heck they want with it.
It was extremely well done. I enjoyed really much. Because main reason it was my favorite scene in the teaser, the transmutation circle, was because it was taken from the perfect angle to make it seem like it actually is an anime. It's like they were so careful with the trailer. The angles that they took, every single scene felt amazing. At the end of the teaser, when the dog is coming towards Ed, they immediately put the camera right behind Dead and have him like getting into position to battle, and you can see the dog coming ever so closer and ever so closer, like, oh my god, this guy's gonna react too late. It's exactly the angle and feeling that you get from watching a battle scene in an anime.
Yeah.
Like, imagine that kind of scene immediately before it cuts off and goes to commercial. It's exactly what it would do in an anime. And that's something I really enjoyed about this teaser that got me so hyped.
Indeed, and I totally agree because, and I'm really happy that Warner Brothers is behind this and in front of this because
Warner
I
Brothers
know
is really good.
Hollywood does not have like all the stories, all the all the hype because Hollywood have screwed up a lot, even in the Marvel and DC, but you know Warner Brothers, like I have not seen their logo for a long time, and for them to help this thing, to help this, anime, and I'm really happy that um that this is coming true because I've been a fan of this for a long time, and I'm really happy that they didn't advertise it just like they did with Bleach or with One Piece or with Ghost in the Shell or with Attack on Titan. All of those were advertised before they were even filming it. And this was a major surprise that how does this happen? When did they start filming this thing? Like I heard about something like, oh yeah, they're making a live action, but I was like, it's another corny movie. That was my hype back in, like I've seen so much shit from Hollywood. We've seen so much shit, but this trailer just like, this is a teaser, and they did a well job because even though Alphonse, it was like halfway, into the screen. They're like, even though the CGI Alphonse looks great from there. But, I still have my concerns. I'm not going to get my hopes up and, be disappointed at the end. So my hope are going to be like in the middle for this movie. But if we see another trailer and we see the CGI really good, because the CGI is this thing that concerns me. Because we have seen Attack on Titan CGI. It's bad. We've seen Parasite, because the Parasite they did a live action, 2 parts of live action of Parasite, and CGI was bad. Bleach isn't that route, so it's really corny. It's
I honestly have not seen or heard anything of this Bleach live action that so many people are mentioning.
I've
well,
only
yeah,
seen
it's
pictures so far, and like the
they
sword
have
looks
pictures,
shit.
yeah, but nothing else. It's just they're starting filming it, but the costumes just look bad. And but in the Full Metal Alchemist, they don't look cosplay. They Elra that jacket looked real. That jacket did not look cosplay. It looked like a really a good film. Like I really want to picture it live action. But yes, that is the hype is so damn high that I don't want this movie to fail, because we have seen a lot of movies failing, and even anime movies, live action. Like we can see Marvel, we can see really cool CGI from DC and Marvel, but we us fans of video games and video gamers and otakus that like both getting shit all the time. Like finally we're gonna get a good movie. So my question is for you two. So what? Even though from the bits, what do you think about the cast?
The cast for what?
Yeah,
Is that
I
the
know
name
we've
of the
seen
movie?
Alphonse and Edward only, but
We
you
haven't
know
seen their faces yet, though, have we?
exactly. Yeah, we haven't seen their faces, And yes, there's some other thing that people have been concerned, just like Ghost in the Shell. Since Edward Elric and Alphonse are German, the
They need to be
he looks Japanese in the movie. He kind of looks like that, like Asian, like Japanese.
You mean in the trailer?
And in the trailer, but
Yeah.
we all know that Edward Elric, it's from Europe. He doesn't look Japanese.
I mean, he's
Anime,
blonde.
yeah. So yeah, your thoughts?
Yeah, that is my one concern, where it did seem like it was probably an Asian actor. Um, though I'm like personally, I would want them to like stay true to the story and be like, oh, it's a blonde person, get a blonde German person. They probably have to get a wig for them because I don't think I've ever seen a guy with hair as long as Al.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the only case in which I'm like, yeah, this isn't really whitewashing if it's canon. Um, Now I won't be upset if they do choose Asian actors because, to me, it all depends on where they're filming at. So if like they're filming it in Japan, and in Japan obviously there's going to be more Japanese actors than American actors, then I'm like, okay, no big deal. But if they're filming it somewhere in Europe, I'm like, why can't they hire some European actors?
Yeah, I totally agree. You did?
Well, before I keep going on Full Metal Alchemist, I just want to say I just saw the set photos from the Bleach live action. Just intersecting this real quick. Holy fucking shit. The dude doesn't even remind me of Ichigo. That sword is complete bullshit.
I know, right? It's horrible. It looks like it's made out of cardboard.
That's
It
the
looks
exact
really
thought
bad.
I got.
That's a cheap
Cardboard and
Comic-Con
cardboard
cosplay.
and shiny spray paint all the way.
Everything is cosplay, dude.
It's a cheap Comic-Con cosplay. Not even Comic-Con, like lower level than that.
Yeah.
And the hair has to be like a shade of orange brighter. And
It looks
fix
fake.
the hair, fix the dude. Just fix the goddamn dude and the goddamn sword. Everything. Scrap it. Get a new guy. Make him more teen, a little bit bulkier, and get a good sword or whatever. All right, going to Full Metal Alchemist. Honestly, remembering the anime, I can kind of understand if they went with a Japanese actor or an Asian actor for Edward, because it's an anime, even if it's based in even if they're German or European, it's a Japanese anime, and with the drawing, it always gave a sense of feeling that they're based in Germany, but they have these Japanese aspects. There were many of the characters that felt like in live action portrayal, they either could fit perfectly, in others Japanese could fit even better, or at least the most pronounced, or let me just say stereotypical German characters should be portrayed by German actors, in my opinion. But at least with Edward, I think they could pull it off. I don't think it's a big a deal if they use an Asian actor. And with Al, let's be clear, they don't need much. Get a European kid, because at least the way they drew Al in the anime when they were kids definitely shouted more German to me, or European, than Edward. So Al, if they put the origin scene of why they put Al in the suit of armor, definitely have him be more European, and then have him in the suit of armor CGI for the rest of the movie. That's definitely fine.
And the tremendous voice acting for Al. That's too. I really want a really good voice acting there.
Definitely.
So, Yeah.
I mean, if Al's gonna be CGI the whole time, they might as well, just have the one that they use for the anime, for the English dub,
Yes.
if they're able to.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know how
So
intricate
I'm
this is gonna be.
not sure if they're going to, make this a full Japanese script or uh, I don't know. It's from Warner Brothers, but there's a lot of Japanese people behind this thing. So I'm not sure right now because from the trailer we can't tell a lot, but what we can tell is that even the narration was even in Japanese. So I don't know. Would you guys just see it rather in Japanese or in English? I really don't. It don't matter for me.
I don't care. Whatever it was filmed in, I'll watch it.
Just because it's if it's filmed in Japanese, then I'm definitely gonna watch it in Japanese with subtitles. That's probably what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Whichever
Because I feel
one's
I
got
don't
the
want
dub
to
version
hear
in the end.
I don't want to hear one thing, but see the mouth do another thing.
Exactly.
That's something that's never been like it's never clicked with me.
Yeah, the lip sync.
Yeah, that's why I've
Yeah.
never been a huge fan of dubbing
Dubbing.
over
Yeah, me neither.
anything.
Yeah, I just wanted to hear the original and that's it.
Yeah.
So,
the same.
any last thoughts of Full Metal Alchemist teaser?
No, I'm just really excited for it. I hope the cast tremendous luck, and I hope that Warner Brother gives them proper budget. I mean, I've
Yeah.
seen other movies they've backed before. The ones that come to mind are like the Gintama movies. Those weren't live action; they were animated, but they got proper budget, and they were pretty much free to do whatever the hell they wanted to as well. They usually don't stick their nose and just if they're like, yeah, we like your idea, here's the money. So we'll we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
I
So,
I hope it is the best live action adaptation of anything
Yeah.
ever.
yeah.
Because it's based on Full Metal Alchemist. Goddamn Full Metal Alchemist. That Full Metal Alchemist has to be the most complete anime
Yeah.
I have ever seen in my life. They could do so much stuff with that movie because the anime itself goes through so many genres.
Mm-hmm.
It fits through suspense, it goes through action, through battle manga, through drama, mystery, investigation.
Yeah.
It goes through so much and
Mhm.
does so much. It accomplished so much. And from what I saw in the teaser at least, it got me so hyped, and I hope that everything else in the movie is twice, three times as better than what I saw in the teaser. Because if it's not, that's 30 seconds from the movie that I liked, and the movie's probably going to be at least 2 hours. So 30
Supposed to be,
seconds,
yeah.
supposed to be. So 30 seconds from 2 hours. If it's not as good as the teaser, I know I'm not going to be happy at all.
A lot of people won't. And it's like teaser do that and then they just release another trailer focusing on the main story and then you see stuff that you don't like, stuff that you like, and that in the second trailer we're gonna see like how it is and we can like discuss it deeper in you know in what other the script is going because I have like 3 novels of Full Metal Alchemist and they're both great because the author itself just makes a lot of stories within the adventure these two brothers go, and I hope that we find this in this movie, we feel this in this movie, And I really miss Full Metal Alchemist, just such as the games. Love every Full Metal Alchemist game from PlayStation 2. And as a really true fan, it's like I really don't want to get disappointed because it's we own a respect from us otaku. Like comic book fans get Marvel and DC getting this big budget and cool CGI, which not all the movies from superheroes are good, but at least they like have a lot of options. But we still get crap. And like you said, I hope this will be like the boost of live action anime adaptation. And yeah, it's I'm really excited for this one. Hope they don't screw this up. And as for Warner Brothers is helping Bleach. I don't know what the hell are they doing.
Well, like
I don't know
said,
what the budget is, but I do not know what's going on.
God damn it! I've
Another
decided
issue.
I'm starting the hashtag not my Ichigo.
Not my issue.
Yeah, it was
Hashtag
John
not
Oliver's
my
Not My
Ichigo.
Christian.
That
Anyway,
So-
what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like I said, I said, Warner Brothers doesn't really get into the filmmaking, so that's a good thing, and it's also a bad thing in this case.
Bad thing, yeah.
So
you're gonna stay tuned to my Twitter. I'm tweeting to Warner Bros. Every day. Hashtag not my Ichigo. Every single
That's-
goddamn day.
Hashtag not my Ichigo. Hashtag this is not my movie.
Hashtag not my number one strawberry. No. No.
hashtag Michael Jackson's popcorn.
Oh yeah, like popcorn. So either we're gonna get a lot of cool live action from video games. Also, we have talked about Assassin's Creed. My thought on Assassin's Creed. This is gonna be very brief. I'm really hyped for this Assassin's Creed movie adaptation. I hope they don't screw it up, like they did with a lot of other movie and a lot of series also, because it's just not all movies that adaptations from video games, but it's not like a World of Warcraft thing. But I'm getting my hopes up on Ubisoft on this one and Hollywood on this one. So I want to hear your thoughts, since I only talked about this to Oraken and Kotaro, but I really want to hear your thoughts on this particular movie of Assassin's Creed.
Well, I want to see something that isn't. I want to see something that doesn't feel like Michael Fassbender jumping off a building.
Yeah.
Close up of Michael Fassbender acting like he's having a conversation. Close up of Michael Fassbender as he's running. Close up of Michael Fassbender in an assassin's uniform. Close up of Michael Fassbender brandishing a hidden dagger. I want to see something that isn't them banking off the popularity of Michael Fassbender. I want to see something that has to do with Assassin's Creed.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
I know they've said little things here and there. Like apparently, recently there was some news released that Assassin's Creed, about 1/3 of the movie is going to be based on the past Assassins.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, the meat of the video games is going to be minimal in the movies. Maybe at much 1 act, if the movie is going to be 3 acts, or maybe half of 1 act, half of another act, or little bits and pieces here and there, depending on if they do it like 1 trip to the past or multiple smaller trips to the past. But knowing that it's going to be what mainly made up the ending scenes and what a lot of people hated, at least I did, in the saga that was Assassin's Creed 2, was the little bits that you had to disconnect from the Animus, and now you gotta defend the mansion, or now you gotta
Yeah.
find another place, or go travel through a sewer or a cave. Or I don't want to see any of that. God, please. I don't want any of that. Please do something new if you're gonna have that be the meat of the movie, present time. Referring to present time in the movie. So
You
yeah.
should. Nice. And you, Shinja?
So, Assassin's Creed, like, it's an odd one because so far we haven't seen anything telling us what it's gonna be about other than like, oh yeah, it's Assassin's Creed.
Exactly.
Um, so we don't even know what time era it's set in yet. It's probably gonna be pretty far back, like what, like I don't want to say medieval, Renaissance
It's
era
too far.
probably.
Yeah.
Um, but it's kind of a hard movie to fuck up in certain ways, because Assassin's Creed is one of those franchises where you take the theme and the setting, and you can literally make whatever the fuck you want out of it. Which is
Mhm.
why
Mhm.
Ubisoft has kind of fucked up the series the longer it goes on.
Yeah.
It's like they don't even know what they're doing anymore. They're like, yeah, we're just going a little bit further and further and further into the present, and yeah, more assassin-y stuff. Um,
I hope.
Easy.
this,
All right.
Yeah.
I hope Ubisoft puts like a grueling like 12-minute scene that you gotta sit through. That's just Michael Fassbender climbing up a tower, just so he can see around and see what he has to do. It's like 12 minutes of seeing this dude climbing up a tower because it's Ubisoft. They put towers in every goddamn game. 12 minutes of
Yeah.
this dude just climbing up the tower, like, oh god, oh, I'm Michael Fassbender. Oh, see me strain while I climb this tower. And once he reaches the top, just get in the iconic pose and be like, okay,
It's like
my target might be in this area.
it's
Let's
like
go.
it's like Ubisoft throwing you. Oh, it's like it's you're watching a movie just like you're playing the actual game. I really hate that. Like,
You know what
I
I
would really
don't-
hate that. Like, that's the most idiotic excuse I've ever
Well,
heard.
Well, I can tell you one movie that definitely pulled it off. If you guys remember the Doom film adaptation,
No,
Doom?
I didn't see that.
yeah, they had a Doom movie, and he wasn't the main character, but they marketed it as if he was Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Uh, but yeah, almost to like the end of the movie, like the last 5-10 minutes, they have like this really long scene of the main character, like taking a shot of something, I believe, or just going like crazy, like pumped up, and literally, oh, from the whole movie, definitely like a movie, regular shit. But then, boom, first person section, and it's like 3, 4, 5 minutes of this character in first person just beating shit up, going through the whole complex, beating up demons, aliens, whatever the hell it is. And honestly, it made you feel like you were in the video game, but it was so goddamn badass. So if any movie got that type of thing right, it was definitely Doom. If Assassin's Creed will do it, probably not.
I mean, they never had a first-person segment, but like you said, they could do that whole leap of faith thing. But that doesn't make sense to me in a movie. I mean, in a game, it makes sense because it's like, oh, you gotta fill in the map. But realistically, it's like, why don't you just go buy a fucking map?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but they're gonna do it because they've already shown this dude jumping off a building. Cause
Yeah.
like, we want this to be as realistic as possible. So
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
Jump
this
off a
dude-
building.
I'm sorry, this dude, I'm pretty sure Ubisoft wants you to know this isn't some dude. It's motherfucking Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender jumping off a building. Here he is again, jumping off a building that's slightly taller. Here he is again,
Dude.
jumping off another building that's slightly
Mm.
taller. Just because we wanted to give you the most
Michael
realistic stuff
Oh my
that will
god, I
still
just
have
thought of this.
CGI
I
in it.
want it so bad. I want it to be just this one moment where he's in the past, controlling another assassin, or being another assassin, and he fails a mission. Like those scenes where you failed a mission,
Yeah.
you desynchronized, then you had to go back and do it again. I just hope
Damn.
they have a scene doing that with him just messing up over and over again, trying to make something as perfect as possible.
And then he rage
I
quits.
think they should pull that off because that's really important because it's from the game. Yeah, it feels like I have a feeling that they're going to do it, but not spamming it. But we should get that. We should get that. And basically, at least we're going to have pretty decent movies for 2017. And not getting my hopes up or getting really hyped because then I'll be very disappointed. I don't want to get to that level of disappointment. So far, I've been not disappointed at the movies that I've seen so far from Marvel or some of the DC ones and other adaptations. And yeah, any last thoughts of movie adaptations? Anything else?
I think I'm good.
All right.
Go and tweet Warner Brothers every single day. Hashtag not my Ichigo.
Hashtag not our Ichigo and hashtag that movie is shit. You
Make
better
Bleach great
hashtag that freaking movie.
Not my number one strawberry.
again.
Exactly.
Make
All right.
make Bleach great again.
Yes, make Bleach great again. I miss Bleach. So yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. So please favorite, rate, and subscribe. Thank you for supporting my channel and these other channels too, as Didsikal Games and Karibukai Play. And yeah, guys, your turn.
Yeah, go see my channel at Didsikal Games, as mentioned before. Subscribe to be a nerd dude and join the Nerd Brigade. We do community streams every single Friday, and I'm planning on streaming RPG games during the day more often. So definitely come be a nerd dude and come join me in chat because I get super lonely when no one shows up.
Oh, sad. And I'm Shinja, and I usually stream on Fridays as well on the community stream. Wiz Officer Dan, join us, talk to everyone. The lovely Zyberpunky, the lovely Didsikal, the lovely Odakin, and who am I forgetting? The lovely Kotaru, the one.
Yes.
And Retro Millennia's there, and a whole bunch of lovely people that I love. Cocktails and Consoles. Just it's an amazing community. You should just come check us all out. Subscribe to everyone there. We'd really appreciate it. Just make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Cyber Station again, and we'll see you guys in the future.
See you guys later.
Ho ho.